Women at a women's only screening of Wonder Woman in Belgium were given gift baskets of cleaning supplies, diet pill pamphlets, and chocolate, in a move that either completely missed the point of a female-led superhero movie or was just blatantly sexist. Now, attendees at a woman-only June 6th screening of the film at a Belgian theater reportedly received bags full of sponges, diet pill pamphlets, squeegees, chocolate, noodles, and chips. So take a look at some of these incredible gift baskets.
Ooh, hey, some of that stuff is fine, like the nachos. Who doesn't want nachos? You're going to the movie.
Valid point.
And a squeegee is useful. If you want to have one in your car.
A woman's magazine, diet pill pamphlet.
Hey, quinoa.
Now,
it's healthy.
Women like quinoa.
The theater is maintaining that the items were just products from the theater's sponsors and that they certainly weren't intended to cause offense. Whether or not they were intended to cause offense, you should have thought about it. First of all, I don't even care. I frankly don't even care that the movie was Wonder Woman.
Amazing.
I know, agreed. But I don't even care that the movie was Wonder Woman. I think if you're giving gift baskets to women and you're including cleaning supplies and diet pill pamphlets and chocolate, you can really go F yourself.
Well, right? I think the larger problem is, why is one of your sponsors a diet pill manufacturer in a theater?
Actually,
that's just weird.
Sponsoring Wonder Woman, and I think
what is it?
Think Thin. They're like diet products.
Think Thin is the protein bar, right?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They make protein bars.
It's just a protein bar, and it's not specifically.
I'm fine with protein bars. But
it's not specifically targeted towards women, so yeah, I think they're okay. Diet pill pamphlets, not okay. Telling women, and then having these pictures of women on the front like this, especially like the magazine and all of that, so totally goes against what Wonder Woman stands for. I mean, John and I were talking about on Think Tank about how director Patty Jenkins actually purposefully showed the women's wrinkles and showed Gal Gadot's thigh jiggling so that we could move away from the male gaze and male expectations of women, and then they give this gift basket that completely misses the point.
I've gotten a few gift bags at movie premieres and just movies. They didn't include a bunch of cleaning supplies and chocolate.
Yeah.
Usually it's promotional stuff like a shirt, a sticker, maybe a coupon for some popcorn. This is a ridiculous bag, and to say like, oh, we didn't mean it that way, it's not easy to buy.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna give a gift bag at a movie screening, give a gift bag of popcorn.
Sure.
Everybody wants that.
Yeah, I don't even care that it was I really don't even care that it was Wonder Woman.
I care that it was Wonder Woman because the point of this movie, like you mentioned, is not to focus on traditional gender norms. I mean, Wonder Woman is special because she doesn't care about those things. She's able to be wonderful and positive and strong and empowered, and it just kind of flies in the face of that.
Right, but my point is that of course 100% agree with you. But my point is that like even if it was Batman or Sausage Party or whatever movie it was,
that's a real movie, John.
And they had gift baskets that were meant for women, and they had cleaning supplies, chocolates, and diet pill pamphlets, I'd still be pissed. I'd still think that was stereotypical and sexist.
I think the chocolates are fine because it's food and you're going to a movie.
No, because then there's PMS implications.
I like chocolate.
That's a component, but chocolate is also.
It's
I
really
like
stupid.
chocolate.
It's demeaning.
I would have taken a bag of chocolate. I don't want diet pills.
It's a different context.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I buy, like if a movie theater has a sponsor that is a chocolate manufacturer, that naturally makes more sense than we've got a diet pill.
If it was just chocolate and popcorn and nachos, don't forget the nachos, I would be like, totally cool. I wish I had that at my Wonder Woman movies.
I'll take a squeegee
screening. But when you add in everything else, then things are put into context and you can look into the implications there a little bit more.
I know what you're thinking. Cenk, what do I get if I'm a Young Turks member? Well, I'm glad you asked. Not only do you get the whole 2-hour show on demand anytime you want, ad-free, but you get 6 podcasts on top. What are they? Join up, find out, they're amazing. You're gonna love these shows. TYTnetwork.com/join.